All right, we are going to welcome in Garrett Wilson here at the New York Jets in just a second, working with Old Spice.
How
you doing, Garrett?
Thanks for joining us, man. How you doing?
Thanks for coming by.
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
For sure. So, first off, what are you doing with Old Spice? Give us a little bit of the details.
Yeah, man. So the thing is with Old Spice, you kind of don't know when, you don't smell good. People will tell you when your hair don't look right, or people will tell you when, your cleats messed up. But whenever I'm out on the field and, someone doesn't smell good, I know it's not me. I know I don't have to worry about it because I'm working with Old Spice.
Yeah.
And Old Spice swagger is, 24/7 freshness is what comes with it. So really excited to be working with them, and yeah.
It's great. How many? So, which DB that tried to cover you this year needed more Old Spice?
Needed more Old Spice?
Yeah.
I'm going to stay away from answering that one.
It was a trap. It was a trap.
All right, so you had a great rookie year with the Jets, over 1,100 yards, despite a little bit of a rotation at quarterback this year. What was the key for you, above all else, going out and having that sustained success? And not just a couple of really big games, but a couple of really big games mixed in with a lot of other really good games, kind of bringing up those stats.
Just simplifying the game, simplifying and for me, just making it what it's always been. Just go out there and make the plays when your number's called. When your ball comes your way, catch the ball. It doesn't matter who throw it, And, that was my mindset and the whole receiver room's mindset, throughout the whole season. Just go out there and produce, and when your number is called, make those plays.
Now, you played in a lot of big games in your career at Ohio State. When you got to the NFL, how did things progress for you from week 1 to week 17? Did the game start to slow down for you?
Yeah.
What surprised you the most about going to the NFL?
The games did start to slow down for me. It wasn't as much as this game's a big game, but it was every game was just, all right, this is a big game because it is a game, And that was the mindset around the facility. We had to, especially during the back half of the season, every game was a playoff game for us.
Right.
And, that kind of could be where you hit your wall and fall off a little bit. But for us, we were fighting for a playoff spot. We knew we had, 1 or 2 games if we win that we'd be in. It's a long season. I'm not going to lie. It is a long season. And Ohio State, does as good of a job as they can do at getting you ready for that. But there's no real getting ready for that until you go through it. And I felt that, I had to adapt and make some changes to my routine to be able to keep it up through all 17 weeks. But yeah, man, like you said, it's a lot. It's a lot to try and stack it every week. And I feel like we obviously we didn't finish the way we wanted to, but we did a good job with it.
You guys had a hell of a rookie class this year. I mean, between
Appreciate
yourself, Sauce, Brees, obviously, unfortunately, had the torn ACL, but was playing great before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Zonovan coming in toward the end of the year, playing well in his stead. What was it like being part of that crop? And in a city like New York where there's a lot of pressure. I mean, if you guys have a couple of bad games, everybody wants to know what's wrong and what's going to get fixed. What was it like being part of that young group?
It was really amazing. It's not often you see something like that, and it's not often, personally, I came in with 3 first-round picks, or I was one of 3, and it takes the pressure off yourself. It takes the pressure off yourself. I can just go out there and play ball just because, everyone's going through this thing with me. I can talk to Sauce, I can talk to Jermaine. They're first-round picks. They know what the pressure feels like, and the fact that I could bounce my thoughts off of them and stuff like that, took some of the pressure off my own shoulders.
What was it like running routes with Sauce in camp and then throughout the year, and then being on his side and watching from the sideline? Obviously a great player, had a tremendous rookie season. If you were running routes against him in practice, you feel like you get the better of him throughout most of the practice, or you think he's got you a little bit?
This past season, he got the better of me, I would say, on most reps. And then once the season hits, you're not doing as much, good on good.
Sure.
But preseason, he was on it. I ain't gonna lie, he was on it. And when I saw the other receivers going through what I went through in OTAs and in minicamp, it made me feel better about it. And the thing is I didn't realize, that he was gonna come in and be one of the best corners in the league. So for me, it messed with my confidence initially because I was like, okay, this dude hard to get open on. And then by the time the season came around and he was the best corner I had played against all year, it was like, okay, this is what I need. This is iron sharpens iron. Get the best look you can get during the practice week so that the games are a little bit, watered down or a little easier. And, I felt that with going against Sauce. He's a crazy talent, really impressive.
Now, you came into the league with a really talented wide receiver class, including your teammate, Chris Olave, who was down there in New Orleans. During the season, did you guys get a chance to talk at all, or did you get a chance to check out some of his games as he was progressing through his rookie year as well?
No, for sure. We made sure you stayed in touch throughout the whole season, and then got lucky. We would usually play around the same time, but I got lucky they were playing his game while he was in London against the Vikings.
Yep.
at the same time as we were warming up. And they had it on the big screen, and he had a great game that game. I remember seeing him make a few big plays, and it's no surprise, man. It's a great player, great person. Goes about all his business the right way, and to see him, succeeding at that level doesn't surprise me at all. And, knowing what we had in college and the way he was in college.
Were you guys trying to one-up each other a little bit, see which Ohio State receiver could have the best?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure. Just the competitive side to us was, trying to compete with each other. But the reality of it is, we both just wanted to see each other succeed, and knowing that we both have different scenarios going on and just making the most of it. That was all.
Yeah. This season, obviously, you guys had a really good start. Didn't end the way you wanted to. Now there's been a lot of talk about Derek Carr or Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they're the next Jets quarterback, and who knows what's going to happen. But you're the receiver. When you hear that, what do you think if Derek Carr or Aaron Rodgers were to eventually come to the Jets?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be excited. I'd be really excited because, those are two veterans that I've been watching since I was a kid play ball, and I would know what they were bringing to the table, and it would make us a better team. It would make us a better team. And, any chance you got or anytime you got the chance to add a player like Aaron Rodgers or like a first ballot Hall of Famer, and, one of the best players I've watched ever, you want that. You want that. You want the opportunity to learn from someone like that and catch passes from him. So selfishly, I want that. Being a receiver, I want that, and for the team as well. I feel like it would put us in a good spot.
If they don't go the veteran route, there is a former teammate of yours coming into the NFL draft, C.J. Stroud. How would you like to catch balls from him again?
Oh, I mean, C.J.'s a man, and I'm excited to see what he does in the NFL. But I mean, that's one of the best quarterbacks I've played with in my life, and man, just another person that goes about his business the right way and knows what it takes to succeed and really pushes that every day. And like I said, I'm excited to see him go through this draft process and where he'll end up.
What are your goals for next season, or have you even established any goals for next season? And obviously, and it's just so far away at this juncture, but you had 1,100 yards this previous year. You played very well. You were consistent. What are some of the things, if you've thought about it, that you'd like to do next year, just on an individual standpoint?
I know this offseason I want to build up my body. So this is a long season, 17 weeks, and the dudes at that level are hitting. They're big. They're grown men, flying around hitting. And for me, 10, 15 pounds would be beneficial just to help me all around my game. Getting in and out of cuts faster, through contact, off the line against, bigger DBs. Those are things that, I wanted to work on this offseason. Hopefully they carry into next year, and we'll see where I'm at. As long as we get to the playoffs, I feel like I'm going to be in a good spot.
Outside of Sauce, who's the best corner you faced this year?
Surtain, for sure. Pat Surtain up in Denver. Real good player.
Yeah.
Real good.
Well, listen, if you need to put on some weight, we've got some good strategies for that. It might not be the kind of weight that you want to put on.
It's a pizza weight.
Yeah. But
I might tap in.
Yeah.
Might take you up on that.
Yeah. Call us when you retire. We want to have you have an excellent season. Before we get out of here, obviously, we got to ask you, who do you got on Sunday? Who do you think is going to pull this one out?
Yeah, I got Kansas City. That quarterback they got is special, man. And, it's hard to go against him, hard to choose against him. I got Kansas City.
All right, hey, Garrett Wilson, working with Old Spice. Great rookie season with the New York Jets. Thanks so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all having me on,
by.
man. It's been awesome.
Take care.
Yes, sir.
All right. That was Garrett Wilson with Old Spice Swagger. Gives you the confidence. Thank you, man. It gives you the confidence to perform under the spotlight with 24/7 long-lasting freshness. I'm an Old Spice guy.
Yeah.
Do you use any of the body wash?
Yeah.
It's good stuff, man.
It is good stuff.
It really is.
It allows me to stay married.
That's right. That's
my
important.
wife doesn't have to go, who the hell's in the house?
That's how you counteract the pizza weight.
Yes.
Like when Verderam and I put on our off-season
when I go
weight,
home, they're going to roll me off the plane.
That's right.
And
it's
then
only Old Spice. It's saving
by the end of it, they have to use me to counterbalance the plane. They're like, listen, we're going to put all the luggage on the left, Verderam's on the right, and then they roll me out at the gate at O'Hare.
Yeah.
And at that point, I've got to have the WD-40 to grease myself into the door jams of
Yep.
the car.
Yep.
I come home, say, hey, honey, I'm going to take a shower, throw on the entire thing of Old Spice, and
Yeah.
at least it's not a complete disgrace at that point.